Hey guys, Andrew here with Work the Trigger, back again with another first shots, this time of the Smith & Wesson Bodyguard 2.0, Smith's new entry into the mouse gun range. This thing is a heck of a step up from the original. However, this version has a couple of major improvements. One is the grip. It is generally shaped like a gun rather than whatever the heck the original was shaped like. And two is the trigger. This trigger is striker fired. It is no longer that double action only hammer that we had on the original. In addition, we have a 10-round flush fitting magazine and a 12-round slightly extended magazine. We've only got the 10-rounder out here today, but we're going to take some shots through this thing. However, before I shoot this, I really want to compare it to this. This is the LCP Max, a 10-round Ruger LCP. Working very much off the ergonomics of the LCP2, the Max widens the grip a little bit, and this is probably the closest thing on the market in range of the Bodyguard 2.0. So let's go ahead and take some rounds through the LCP Max, then we'll jump to the Bodyguard 2, and we'll compare the two. First is the LCP Max. So the LCP Max it's a tiny gun, and because it's a tiny gun, it is very snappy, very poppy. It's not a comfortable gun to shoot. Part of that is the grip. The grip isn't the best. Part of that is just its size. But let's go ahead and give the Bodyguard 2.0 a try and see if it can do better. The trigger in that LCP, although better than the Gen 1 trigger, is still not a fantastic trigger. So let's go ahead and take some shots through our Bodyguard 2.0. Okay, so we did have a failure right up. This thing is freshly oiled, so it's not dry or anything. Okay, so there's our 10 rounds through the Bodyguard 2.0. We did have one failure. Let me see if I can grab that guy out of there. It didn't lock. The slide didn't lock shut. So the striker did fall, but the slide was slightly out of battery. That's good. That means we're not going to get any out of battery detonations. It's not going to fire that round off unless that slide is shut. The impulse, the recoil impulse, significantly better out of this tiny little gun. It's the grip shape would be my guess the most. This thing's insanely lightweight, but that grip shape really sits your hand down in there so that you can actually fire it and treat it like a real gun. It's not like holding onto a waffle anymore. Let's get a couple of self-defense rounds and send those through it before we finish up here. We've got 10 rounds of Federal 99 grain HST on here. I will say these mags, they're not that hard to load. However, putting them in the gun, you really gotta, give it some oomph to get it seated in there. Part of that's just the size of the gun, and you don't have a lot of real estate down there. So let's send these Federal HSTs through. Okay, so we did have a failure to lock back on that, which is kind of weird because it does seem to lock back pretty well every time, and those HSTs are a lot hotter than our standard full metal jackets. Coming up here, we do see a much better grouping from the Bodyguard. This is the Bodyguard with full metal jackets. This is the Bodyguard with the HSTs. I was aiming here on both of them. That left shooting, I don't know if that's the gun or me. Up here is our LCP. Pretty much the same cadence. And that's our grouping that we could hold with the LCP. So we are looking at a more accurate, better shooting gun. That left shooting, that might just be me. I'm not 100% sure. It's been a while since I've seriously gone shooting. But that being said, between the two guns, it is Bodyguard 2.0 all the way. That thing is a significantly better feeling gun. Build quality seems about the same on the two. Price-wise, you're looking at about $400, $420 on that Bodyguard 2.0, but it's worth the extra over the LCP. Functionality has been pretty good. We did have that one at the beginning that didn't close all the way. This is a brand new gun. These are literally the first shots out of it. So I'm going to kind of give that one to it. We'll get another couple hundred rounds in it before we actually carry it a whole lot. But I am actually pretty impressed with such a small gun, such a lightweight gun, shooting so well. So thanks guys for watching our first shots of the Smith & Wesson Bodyguard 2. Remember, I appreciate every one of you, and until next time, do your research, get informed, and get to work.